Yeah.
Believe it.
That's. And on that note,
Today we're live filming from Stone Brewery in Escondido. We're telling stories that matter and introducing you to some of San Diego's finest people. So grab a beer, get comfy, and come with me. I'm Claire McKee. This is The
The
Know.
world is on your shoulders and you feel like falling over. Just come a little closer. I'll be there for you, I'll be there for you. Cause when we are together, I know you feel the tension. Just let me in your head so I can be there for you, there for you.
What do a mortgage lender and former NFL player have in common? And have you ever played Truth or Drink? All that and more on today's episode of The Know. Starting with my first guest, who is a mortgage lender with C2 Financial, but his favorite title might actually be Dad/Coach. Moose Mouth, come on out. I know you like to be called Dad/Coach, but I want to know why people call you Moose.
I was a fat baby, so it's not a really truly exciting story, but my full name is Monroe Moose Cody Mao.
Hit me with that again. That was a lot of names.
Monroe
Moose, Cody.
Mao.
You and Cody have so much in common. You're like the men of 17 names. This is great. So tell me a little bit about your business, first of all. What is C2 Financial about, and what are you offering people?
Well, we're a mortgage lender, broker actually, and we're able to shop over 110 different lenders.
Okay.
Choose the right loan program and interest rate to be the most competitive in today's market.
So you're not just working with one little bank somewhere and the options that they have. You have essentially limitless options,
Correct,
right?
correct.
So that obviously translates to helping your clients find the right deal that benefits them.
Yeah, if they don't fit in the bank box, we have a plethora of boxes to choose from.
Yeah.
And I shop the best rate that day. So some lenders come into the market and price really aggressively.
Okay.
And then they fill up their pipeline and then they hedge back.
Okay.
And so we're always quoting a really competitive price.
So you're getting the best rate for that day. I love that. So on a personal level, Moose, you do a lot of fun stuff. You're involved with your children's lives, and you're actually their basketball coach, right?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, I have an 8-year-old and an 11-year-old. I have a 14-year-old son as well, and I have a daughter that's 19 in college.
Okay.
But my two young ones, we coach, me and another gentleman, coach a team. We go competitively, and so we go to different tournaments, and we do a competitive league down in San Diego.
Sure.
And really have a lot of fun with it. So this year it's a 4th grade team
Okay.
and a 6th grade team. So my younger one plays up, and we have a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I love that you're not only teaching the youth about things like discipline and showing up and working hard, but what are you learning from them?
Adversity. You know what happens when the chips are down.
Yeah.
So we constantly talk about having great attitudes. Attitude's a choice.
Absolutely.
You know, the outcome's not always their choice. But having a good attitude, good sportsmanship, trying their best,
Yeah.
being committed to a team. Those are all just basic fundamentals that we coach every day.
And that will carry them through the rest of their lives too.
Yes.
What do they say? Your attitude is the one thing that costs nothing. You can just change immediately.
Yeah, and so what I see in them, and especially my daughters, is when they go into school and they're developing relationships outside of school, the success that they're having in sports builds that confidence where their shoulders are back, they're looking people in the eyes, and they're really going to translate that into their school and their work and future lives.
Absolutely. So what's something for you personally that you've had to overcome in your life?
Well, what comes to my mind initially is my dad. Really close. He was my coach growing up, and he coached me in all my sports all the way through until I got into high school. And about 7 years ago, he passed away, and so that was just hard. There's not a day that goes by that I don't want to just reach up and call my dad and ask him questions on how to raise my kids or how to coach this or run scenarios through him. And my mom's still alive and well and healthy, and it's just a different dynamic.
Sure.
The conversations I had with my father and my mom are completely different.
Sure.
So, I think that coming out of the loss, life is so precious.
It is.
We see loss of life, on a regular basis, and it's never really easy to get used to. So.
Moose, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you really differentiate yourself in your business?
Well, I think my mission statements are pretty simple. I do what I say I'm going to do in a timely manner, and I tell the truth. There's oftentimes in real estate transactions, there's hurdles to overcome.
Always.
And some are easy, some are more challenging. Some are because my team makes a mistake, or the lender makes a mistake, or the property doesn't come in value. The hurdles are limitless, but what I try to do is not hide. I answer my phone, and I try to be proactive in all those hurdles that arise, and try to be proactive in a solution based, and just do my best.
When transparency goes a long way in any type of relationship, whether business or personal. Just honesty. Just be honest. If there's a bump that comes up, it's easier to nip it in the bud when you just tell them straight out, right?
Exactly.
This segment is brought to you by Corner Escrow. My next guest is former NFL center and Super Bowl champion with the Denver Broncos, Sam Brenner. Come on over. Got you here. I'm excited.
Yeah.
This guy's a tough one to pin down. Busy man. So tell me, you're a former NFL center. You played for the Dolphins and the Broncos, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So give me like a brief overview. What was that like? Take us back to that time in your life.
Yeah, it was really exciting. I came out of Utah undrafted, so there weren't a lot of expectations, but I was, I went in and just knew I was going to try my hardest and work my hardest every single day. So I ended up making the practice squad with Miami. And then by the end of my first season with Miami, I started the last 7 games. So that kind of propelled my career forward. Yeah. And then ended up with the Broncos in 15 and 16, and was fortunate enough to be a part of the Super Bowl 50 championship team while we were there.
Give us a little wave of that finger.
Just a little bit.
Just a little wave. You see those diamonds sparkling? That is such an incredible accomplishment, and has to be one of the proudest moments of your life, right?
It is, yeah. I'd say that and the birth of my daughter are my top 2.
I love that. So that's what you and Moose, our other guest today, actually have in common. You're both dads, and you both played football. So we're gonna have fun with that later. But what are you doing currently? What's your life look like today?
So currently, Cody and I have some real estate investments that we work on. I'm just being a dad day to day with my daughter, and then also in fitness. I train pretty hard every day, but also working in that field in different areas.
What is like the one thing that you've had to overcome, or maybe something that set you back that ultimately was a blessing in your life?
I would say definitely, like I mentioned, being undrafted.
Yeah.
It gave me kind of an edge. They don't really give you a shot. So.
And you didn't quit. I mean,
No,
you
yeah.
could have just been like, well, I didn't get drafted. That's that.
It was. I'd say it kind of gave me a chip on my shoulder, but it made me realize that. One of my, working hard obviously is one of my favorite things, but proving people wrong too at the same time.
Absolutely. That's the best revenge, isn't it? Like, look at me now. So, in your day-to-day, obviously, Cody and I always joke, like, Sam works out. But really, are you training for a competition? What is the goal with all the training you're doing?
Yeah, so I'm looking at a competition early next year sometime as far as fitness and bodybuilding. But yeah, I really just enjoy having that outlet to push myself every day in fitness and weights and whatever kind of training it is, hypertrophy or functional or anything like that. I just enjoy having somewhere to have that outlet and push that energy.
And the one thing about that is that it's just you against yourself every day.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing, it's you versus you.
Exactly. That's what they say. Effort is between you and you. So only you know if you're trying hard.
I love that. What is like the hardest thing about training for a competition?
I'd say what I'm really not looking forward to. I'm a bigger guy, so I love food, obviously.
Yeah.
But,
you and me both, honey.
Exactly. But the hardest thing I think is going to be when we get into that cut and you're in the like a calorie deficit and you really have to drop a lot of body fat. You're not eating a whole lot. Your body's kind of under a lot of stress because you're still training and pushing pretty hard, but you're not fueling it really. So I think it's probably going to be one of the hardest.
Do you just like lock yourself in a basement somewhere and be like, no one talk to me, don't look at me, I'm not a happy camper right now?
Pretty much, yeah. You have like no carbs and you just like look at a picture of chocolate cake on the wall or something.
I do that daily and I'm not even cutting, so I don't know what my excuse is, but that's fine.
Exactly.
Sam, if there's something that people may not already know about you, what would that be? Share something with us.
Geez, something they may not know.
I know I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, I'm bilingual. I grew up here in San Diego County, but I went to a bilingual elementary school, so I learned Spanish at a really young age.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and it's helped me a lot through living here. Obviously, there's a big Latino presence, and so most of my friends growing up, I was able to speak Spanish with them. And then when I went to Miami as well, so
And you're from Oceanside. I want to point out we didn't touch on that. You're from San Diego.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of you that we find here. Everybody kind of spreads out, and a lot of transplants.
True. Yeah, there's a lot of transplants, but I mean, it's hard to beat. I've been around the country, and it's one of the most beautiful places you can be.
Absolutely. This segment is brought to you by Golden West Management. All right, guys, it is time for a frisky little game of Truth or Drink Jenga. So you guys probably have no idea what this means, so I'm gonna hit you with the rules and regulations here. For every brick you pull, you have to answer a question. Pretty straightforward. If you refuse to answer the question, you have to take a drink, okay? So the rest of Jenga will be normal, you know, when it falls down, you lose. So we're gonna see what we can find out about the two of you, what you're willing to share, and if you won't share, you'll take a drink, okay? Sounds good?
Yeah.
All right, drum roll please. First question. What is the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you on the football field? Sam, I'm gonna start with you.
So there was one play where I I gave up like a really bad sack. We were deep in our own next to our own end zone. It was almost a safety, but I just got beat by a dude who was not as good as me, and I gave up the play that I shouldn't have, and sacked the quarterback. And it was just like I went over to the field, off the field, and my coach was just like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like,
Tail between your legs.
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna get him back. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, that was your most embarrassing moment. What about yours?
Yeah, mine's pretty easy. I punted the ball backwards.
We all just had to like let that sink in for a moment. Okay, that's good. That's good. No drinking required. All right, so I'm gonna have you pull one.
Okay.
That was your warm-up round.
And we can just
Anyone you want.
That's a good one off the top. And lay them this way.
Yep.
Okay.
So now you have to tell me what is the worst thing about being a dad.
The worst thing about being a dad is when you're trying to sleep in or like take a nap on the couch, and then your daughter just grabs her loudest toy that she has and comes and like puts it right in your ear and wake up, Dad. I'm like, oh yeah.
My cats actually aren't that different.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I love you so much.
Yeah, love you back. Moose, your turn to pull. You can enjoy it. All right, Moose, same question. I need to know what's the worst thing about being a dad?
That one's also very easy. Changing poopy diapers.
That's a
I
straightforward
have a problem with it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone likes that. Bricks? I don't know.
I think
a
so.
plank?
Yeah.
Ooh, you're getting risky here.
And a little bit.
Okay. Ooh. We got the wobbles going.
Okay.
Tell us your most interesting tattoo and where it's located.
Okay. I have a pretty funny one on my ankle that's it's a pineapple throwing up a shaka, and underneath it says abacaxi, which is Portuguese for pineapple.
Okay.
And I went to Brazil over New Year's about 2 years ago with a group of friends, and when we came back, we all got that tattoo in my friend's garage.
So you all have it?
Yep.
In your friend's garage,
Yeah.
better yet.
Yeah.
Seems really safe.
Yeah, super.
All right, your turn to pull, Moose.
Oh, you got the easy one.
Came right out.
Yep.
All right, Moose, same question. What's the most interesting tattoo you have and where is it?
I don't have any tattoos.
You don't have any?
Blank slate.
Oh!
think
Cody
so.
lied to me. Get this. Okay. Sam, would you stop talking to all of your friends for $2 million?
Yeah.
You didn't even think about it. Okay, $2 mil, that's all it takes. Moose, you're up.
For less.
I do it for less. Well, you have to hibernate, I guess, for your competition anyway, so you don't practice.
Exactly.
Okay, Moose, okay. Would you stop talking to all of your friends for $2 million?
My friends might watch this.
Take a drink. That's safe, that's good. We don't want to end any friendships here.
Yep.
Sam, you're up, go ahead. We're getting down to the wire here.
Yeah, we are.
And you are bold with these. This is gonna be the best question, just so you know. Sam?
Yeah.
What don't you like about me? Someone's gotta answer it. Someone.
That's awkward.
Alright, Moose, you're up. It was supposed to be awkward. It's okay. Look at him. He's like, I'm not even gonna pull one. I'm just not gonna answer what I don't like about you. But you do have to pull one. So I'll pull it. Oh boy. Okay, he already took his drink because he's not answering, so you're up, Sam.
Okay. I might be the one to knock this thing down.
Oh my god!
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Sam. I probably already know the answer to this question.
Okay.
Because you're a little frisky, but would you donate an organ for anyone in this room?
No.
I thought we were cool, dude. You wouldn't give me an organ? Whatever.
I need my
Whatever. Take a drink just because
Yeah,
I'm
I
mad at
probably
you.
will just have
Moose, go ahead and pull. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I am gonna
Don't breathe. Don't breathe. Okay, Moose, would you donate an organ? Would you give me an organ? Or is it
Says
Cody?
somebody in
Is
this
it Cody?
room.
He would give it to. Alright, just wanted to get it on air, but it's fine.
Somebody.
Somebody here, if you were in need, Moose has got you. Sam, not your guy. Well, if I didn't write down all the questions, hit me with a couple more. I didn't think we'd make it this far. I gotta tell you, I was like, oh, we'll be good.
If you had to make out with any Disney character, who would it be?
Okay, wait, you gotta pull one first though.
I got pull. Okay.
Yep. Before you make out with a Disney character.
Yeah, maybe this is the one that
So
crashes.
creepy.
Hopefully, super creepy.
Ooh,
I think this is it.
you might not have to make out with the Disney character.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully. We have a few on hand today.
I don't know if I want.
Oh my god.
I didn't even want to answer this question.
Okay, Sam, so if you have to select a Disney character to make out with, which one are you gonna go with?
It's just so creepy.
It is creepy, but I mean, you have a daughter, you probably watch a lot of Disney movies. Do any of them just tickle you a little more than another?
And then if you, I'm just gonna take that. That's weird.
Okay, that's fair. You guys, well, like, I don't understand how this is happening.
It's crazy.
So, Moose, I don't know how familiar you are with Disney characters. If you had to make out with one, who would it be?
I don't have a good answer.
Wolf, next question for us. What you got?
Alright, what is the one song that you sing to every time it comes on?
You want to sing it a little bit to like get it out? You
No,
know?
oh, Journey. Don't Stop Believing. Every time I hear that.
How does that one go?
Do you know? Do you remember?
No, I don't think I know it. Don't stop
Yeah.
believing.
That's it.
That
Now
one?
I remember. Yeah. That,
Moose, you're up, my friend.
You have
Just think
insurance?
though, if it falls, you won't have to sing to us.
this is crazy.
Sorry. Guys, thanks for being weirdos with me and playing some Truth or Drink Jenga. You were a good sport. I'm sorry you lost. Congratulations on this special moment in your life.
Yes.
Probably pretty close. I won't give you a ring though. So, Moose Mal, C2 Financial, Sam Brenner, former NFL center and Super Bowl champion. Right here, this has been The Know. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will catch you next week.